Hello everyone, my name is Kumar Patel. Today I am going to solve question number 2869 from LeetCode, that is minimum operation to collect elements. So in this question we are given an array nums and an integer k. Our task is to find the minimum number of operations that it would take to collect the elements from 1 to number k. So if you look at the given example given below, you can see that we are given an array nums 3, 1, 5, 4, 2 and k is equal to 2. So our task is to find how many elements we would have to pop from nums so that we can get all the elements from 1 to k, that is in this question 1 to 2, which means we need 1 and 2 from element nums. So first pop we would get 2 and then we would pop yet again. We do not need 4, we would move ahead. We do not need 5, we'll move yet again. Then we will get 1. Now we have got both 1 and 2. So our task is over. So you have observed that we have removed 4 elements from the end of the array nums, which means we have needed 4 operations to get the elements from 1 to k. So we need to return 4. If you look at the second example, we have given k, so we need to find the number of operations that we would need to get all the elements from 1 to 5. Now, if you observe the array nums, you can see that we would have first gotten 2, then 4, then 5, then 1 and 3. As you can see, we got all the elements from 1 to k after 5 operations. So we have returned 5 in it. Now, in the last example, you can see that we are having k is equal to 3. So we have got 1 and we have got 3. We do not need 5, so we'll skip it. We have got 2. So we have got 1, 2 and 3. We do not need the last element. So we have got all the elements after 4 operations. So this was the question. Now let's move towards the solution of this question. So first of all, to solve this question, we are going to need a set of integer check. Now this set is going to contain all of the elements from 1 to k. So we are going to run a for loop from I is equal to 1 till I is less than equals to k, and we are going to insert each and every element to the set check. Now we are going to need a variable index. This index is going to have the last index of the array nums. So nums.size will give us the size of nums, and -1 would give the last index of that array. Now we are going to run a while loop till check.size is not equal to 0, which means is not equal if the check does not become empty. So basically we are going to take each and every element from nums, and once we find the element that we need to get all the elements from 1 to k, we are going to remove it one by one. And once the check set is empty, which means we have got all our elements, so we would have got the number of operations through that. So after each of the iteration in while loop, we are going to erase the last element, that is nums of index, and then decrement the variable index so that we can get each and every index to this. So now once after the while loop is over, which means the check set has become empty, which means we have got all the elements from the array nums from 1 to k. Now we need to return the number of operations that we have taken to get all the elements from 1 to k. So if you have observed all the example, you have to notice that the number of operation was equal to nums dot size minus the index in which we stopped the loop minus 1. So if you look at the third example, as you can see, the nums of the length of the nums array was 5, and since we have got all the elements on the first index, we have stopped the loop at 0. So the value of index would be 0. So -1 -0 -1, which is equal to 4, which is equal to the solution, that is 4. So now let's just run the code and check the test cases. As you can see, we have passed all our test cases. Now let's just submit the solution. As you can see, the solution was accepted. So this was it from my side. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.